This is the gentlelady from California for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've talked a lot about the need to prevent a state-by-state patchwork of laws and regulations for autonomous vehicles, which would inevitably slow innovation and stifle this important technology. While I appreciate Ms. Matsui's concerns about California regulations, I think we need to consider the negative impact on these state regulations. My entire life, I have seen my state, California, and its overregulation. I saw it up close in my 10 years in the California State Legislature, and I've seen thousands of our most productive businesses and citizens flee for more friendly states. Within these last few months, the trend was extended to AV when Uber moved its testing to Arizona after California took action to make the state's regulatory regime less hospitable. The ironic thing is that I can think of few states that would benefit more from this technology, considering its promise, congestion mitigation, and the ability to move products inland from the West Coast ports. Even at the federal level, NHTSA's suggested model state regulations are cited as the cause of some states pulling back, welcoming regulatory environments for AV. Mr. Opaku, can you give me a practical example where a state or local law or regulation impacted Lyft's AV testing?
Well, thank you very much for the question. I can give you examples of where we're concerned about the ability of these local legislation and local regulations to impact testing. For example, as of right now, in California, there is only one explicitly allowed location, or there's a proposal that would make testing limited to one part of California. And if that legislation were to pass, then the ability to test AV in different environments and different situations would be extremely hampered. So that's one example. That bill hasn't passed yet, but it has been introduced, and that's a cause for concern. We're not at the point yet where any of the legislation that we're concerned about has actually been enacted, but we've seen enough proposed legislation all across the country, whether it's in Massachusetts, all the way from Massachusetts to California, that does raise that exact concern that if enacted, it would unintentionally but definitely inhibit our ability to roll out and test and deploy.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentlelady yields back the balance of her time. The chair now recognizes